Do you concede your opponent's point, Burt or Zephyr, that there is no political speech without money?
Sure. I concede there's no speech without money. You can't have speech here. You can't have speech anywhere. It costs money to run a democracy. The question is, since it costs money to run a democracy, are we going to essentially say that the people with the money get to control the democracy, or are we going to try to pass laws that say, look, we have to figure out how to fund this thing? But the way we don't want to fund it is to let the top 1/10 of 1% of the population have a disproportionate say in what democracy is like.
They did have a disproportionate say, Burt, in all of the recent elections, including the post-Citizens United elections, when everybody was forecasting that big money, especially corporate money, would drown out all voices. Even the New York Times had to eat its own words and say these elections have been a landslide loss for big money. We, the people, are not such dupes. That's what democracy is about.
Nadine,
and I also have to make this point, because Burt suggested that you have to choose between equality principles, which I hold as dear as First Amendment principles, and free speech. The opposite is true. When the ACLU challenged the initial federal campaign finance law in Buckley versus Vallejo in 1976, we argued that that violated equal protection as much as it violated free speech, because it is an incumbent protection act, as all of these laws are.
I think you've misstated his position on that. Burt Neuborne.
Well, I mean, my position is that, of course, speech costs money. The question is, where do we find it? Now, Nadine says, don't worry. Money doesn't always win. Well, look, I'm one of these poor souls that's rooted for the Mets for many, many years. I live in New York City, and I have to face Yankee fans every day. Now, guess what? The Mets beat the Yankees every once in a while. But over time, the team with the most money to buy the best players wins the series.
Why don't you get an owner who spends some money?
Well, that's true. But that's true in politics. Yeah. The team with the most money wins, and the rich win in this country because they control the democracy.
But Burt, that is the worst.
Floyd Abrams. Floyd Abrams.
Argument I've ever. Look, we have a disagreement here, not just about what the First Amendment means, but about what democracy means. To me, there is nothing more inconsistent with the notion of democracy than stifling speech, period. When a government comes in and says, either you can't say that or you can't say it too often, because it's going to have too much of an effect. And we're telling you, we, the government, the Congress, we're telling you we're not going to allow that. And it's in your interest. It's really pro-democratic that we're doing that. You'll like it. That's why we have a First Amendment.